history according to the scriptures. Go ahead and record.
I'm gone.
Hey,
when you gonna have some more stuff?
True history according to the
What
scriptures.
size you got?
According to scriptures, man,
I'm cool.
Black and Hispanics and Native Americans, man, make up the tribes of Israel that's living in North Central South America. That wasn't taught us, man. So if you look on this side, which one of those would describe your fathers? Whether it was Haitian descent, West Indian descent, Dominican, Puerto Rican, North American, Seminole Indian, or so-called African American. Which one of those would describe your father? Because when you figure out which one would describe your father, then that's going to tell you what tribe of Israel you're from, man. That's the land that the Most High awarded to us. How do we know that? Because when you read the scriptures, man, the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it gives a list of things that would fall upon us, man. It gives a list that would happen to us. Okay? Just like, say for instance, if you wanted somebody to come pick you up, you would tell them you was down on 18th and what? Yo, brother, you would tell them you was on 18th Street and what? Yeah, so you would look at you was on 18th and what? Okay. So what you would look for you would look for the sign, right? So let's show some signs, man. To show. Let's give some signs. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Listen to this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
You see that? So how many people did that happen to who had their sons and daughters taken from them? When we get back, where's one of those flyers at? Give me that one back there, brother. You see this flyer right here? This poster right here? Who did that happen to? Didn't it happen to somebody like our grandparents? That's right. So now ain't no big deal. We ain't ashamed of coming out here and teaching, telling our people, because they not ashamed when they show us roots every year, 2-3 times a year. 12 years a slave, right? They make that movie and make us relive it and show it to millions of people and make millions of dollars off your history on what they did to you. They make billions, not millions. They make billions because they spend millions. They make billions of dollars, man, off these things that have happened to us. Okay? So this is us. This ain't nobody else. This don't describe the so-called Chinese man, does it, brother? No. Read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look with failing for them all the day long.
So the scriptures, man, is showing you the emotional state of your grandparents. They would look and long, man. They would desire for their children. And there should be no might, what?
And there should be no might in thine hand.
There was nothing that could be done. Nothing at all. No matter how old it was, no matter how young it was nothing that could be done. So what is God saying? He's trying to tell, this is a sign on who these people are. So as we read and we go further, we're going to read and go further and give you the name of these people, because it's going to return your nationality back to you. Okay, let's get another sign that's listed in the book.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
The Lord says, the city that you live in, he says, it's going to be so bad, you're going to feel the curse. It's going to be curses there. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field.
You know what one of the curses that affect us? Black on black crime. That's a curse, brother. Black on black crime. We should be out, man, we should be able to be out here and be in harmony with our people, and it'd be like a safe haven from brother to brother. But it's not really like that, is it? But we really rewash our people. But listen, we listen. Now we asking you to listen. Now the Lord is asking you to listen. Check this out, brother. Read.
Jeremiah 9 and 4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother.
So you can't even trust in every brother. It says trust ye not in every brother. But we trying to come out here and teach our people how to trust one with another. And how to stay out of the way. How to stay out of the way of other brothers. Go ahead.
For every brother will utterly supplant.
The Most High said every brother, man, will utterly supplant. Okay? Now can you get the book, man? Okay, so they said, curse should I be in the city. What's your name? Willie. Okay. Oh, good, man. Follow along with us, man. All right. Follow along with us. All right. Get off that phone. Can y'all brothers hear us pretty good in here, man? We're going through the precepts. You can hear us pretty good, brother? All right, follow along, brother. Follow along. You got it? Check this out, brother.
Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
So that's one of the curses that's affecting the so-called black people. You got it? Which one you say? Matthew 24 and 12, right? Matthew 24.
You don't have candy today?
Matthew 24 and 12. So we come out here, man, and hopefully, man, we can make some sense of certain things, and our people can, they won't be walking in the things that they're doing of self-destruction. Okay? Matthew 24 and verse 12.
And because iniquity shall abound.
Iniquity means sin. Go ahead.
The love of many shall wax cold.
It says the love of many. So it's hard, man, to get love, man, from your brothers. The Lord said, man, your brother gonna be cold towards you. Yeah. Cursed should I be in the city. He said, I'm gonna give you a city, man. It's gonna be like that. Where sisters, women fighting each other. You understand? Like they don't have no sense, man. No home training. Men going after each other's head, trying to take each other out, man. Like they arch rivals. They don't supposed to be like that, man. I thought you was going, yo, brother. Yo, read.
Cursed should I be in the field.
The Lord said, cursed should I be in the field. The Lord, man, he said he's gonna curse us, and he's gonna make us work in the field. He did make us work in the field, right? Where's our other cotton field, man, where Israel had to work in the field? You see that? So is the Bible right? Yeah, man. The Lord said, cursed should I be in the field. So we was cursed in the field. Now that field, it ain't no more the cotton field. It's called McDonald's. It's called McDonald's. It's called a post office. Wherever you have to go work at, man, you might be the maintenance man someplace. You might be the maintenance man someplace. The Lord said, you know what? He's going to curse you, man. He's going to make sure that you have to work in that field, and you're going to be subject to payments. Can you get the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter, right? Okay. Subject to payments. Why? Because of breaking laws. Read.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 8.
It ain't in there unless you got the Apocrypha. You got the Apocrypha on there, brother? You know what it is? It goes between the New and the Old Testament, right? Read.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
That's right. Why? Because of breaking laws. So now, say for instance, we come out here to teach laws too. If you don't keep the laws, the ones that you may hear while we come out here, the Lord gonna require that of you. You're supposed to keep the laws, man. You an Israelite. We supposed to be subject unto the laws. That's one of the first things of our God, is to obey the voice of to obey the voice of our God. Okay, go ahead. I'll read it again.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us.
Well, who scattered us?
Where thou hast scattered us.
So it's God that did that to the black man. And he did that because we would not obey the voice of the Lord. So what should we do to come up out of this? We should start obeying the voice of the Lord and keeping the commandments. Okay? Little by little, day by day process, man. Being renewed in the spirit of our mind. The way that we go about things. The way that we live our life, man. The way that we deal with our parents. The way that we deal with our women. The way that we deal with other people. All of that.
For a reproach and a curse.
For reproach, meaning to look bad. Okay, so as a nation, we look bad. As a nation, man. Just like a losing team. What if you was the coach of the losing team and your team was getting pounded and they were crybabies, they were all on the bench, they were crying, they didn't want to go out there? That would make you look bad, the whole team look bad. So as a nation, the Israelites look bad. And we look bad because of one reason and one reason only. It has nothing to do with we lack money. It has everything to do with we lack laws. You understand? We have run out of our wits. And our women have run out of their wits too. So we got to return back to the Lord and get our wits together, because to be witty means to be smart. So when we get our wits together, when we get our smarts together, what's going to happen? The outcome of every situation that we put our hand to, man, it's going to be a different outcome. Okay, go ahead.
And to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. Hear, Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom.
So it says, hear Israel, hear the commandments of life. Okay? So we're supposed to give life, we're supposed to give our ears to the commandments of life. We should not just walk back and forth without humbling ourselves. You see how we do that? Can you give that? You see, Israel, man, we're not supposed to just walk back and forth. That's why we're in this condition. That's what the Most High did to us. Because we don't love to hear. If you don't love to hear, how you gonna be instructed? How you gonna be instructed if you don't love to hear it, man? How you gonna know when you doing something wrong? And I got a question, man. Is there any day or time to where something cannot befall us? See, the Most High said He'll walk in us, man. He'll talk in us. God is talking to His people now. It ain't no certain time of the day to when nothing bad, something bad can happen at any time. Okay, at any time. That's why when the scriptures come out, man, when the scriptures come out, we should always be willing. We should always be willing to hear the voice of the Lord. Okay, read.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
See, that's so some of the two most ignorant animals, man, dumbest animals in the world on the planet, man. They know where to go and what to do. But the Lord said the Israelites, they don't know. They won't even consider. What should they consider? Who they are. They're not even looking to be found. Okay? We were kidnapped, man. We're prisoners of war by a Roman nation. And we've been conspired and had our identity stolen. Get that, man, in Psalms 83. We've been conspired against. Somebody saw me.
Oh. My bad, Shalom.
Yes, Psalms 83 and verse 1.
Psalms 83 verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
The Lord said that these nations have taken a counsel, okay, against who? Against the people on this side, against the Israelites. They have taken crafty counsel. They have taken crafty counsel against who? Against the people of the Lord. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Let's see if it works. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel Okay? Do you think these people know they're Israel? Bet they don't. Yo, brother, that I threw the bottle away for. Come here, let me ask you something. All right, brother. Let's ask these women, what's your nationality? Your sisters, do you know your nationality? You black African American. So then, what's yours, sis? What's your nationality? What's it? All these people out here didn't work.
Somewhere else.
Be with me. Be with the switches when it's right. Young brother, you coming back good. Let me ask you something. Stop for me. Put on brakes. That's what. All right. So, question: what's your nationality? What nation are you from? What's your lineage? What's your nationality? African American. Listen to this. We've been conspired after being in a prison of war as a nation for so long. Look at the outcome of what happened. Huh? I'm American. You American? Listen to this.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's right, brother. So they made it so hard they mentally destroyed us to the point to where come on over here, Israel. To the point to where we don't even know we Israel, man. How you find out? He told you. Okay. So now, an Israelite means he will. As an Israelite, this is what needs to happen. Come here, brother. Tell me your name. I want Deuteronomy 10 and 12. So being Israelites, being an Israelite, man, a servant of the Most High God, it comes with responsibility. It comes with responsibility, and this is the responsibility. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Come here, brother. You should be sober, man. Have a little bit much to drink, okay? So, what do the Lord require of you? Now that you know, you found out, if you stay a little bit longer, you learn even more that you're an Israelite, okay? What is the Lord asking us to do? Go ahead.
To fear the Lord thy God.
To fear. You understand? That means that we're supposed to have respect for our God. Okay, so when we have respect for our God, it's things that we won't do. We won't break laws. Okay? We won't break laws. We'll be in order, we'll deal in order. Okay? And also as men, we'll deal with women that's in order too. We just won't lower the standards. We just won't lower the bar because we being emotional. You understand? We'll start thinking with our mind instead of our vessel. That's how we'll behave, man. And when we behave like that, we won't have teenage pregnancy. We'll have children being children and not children trying to be adults. Go ahead, brother.
To walk in all his ways.
See that? So the Lord said to walk in all his ways. You might need to come right there. To walk in all his ways. Go ahead.
To love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
You see that? So why would we do that? We would do that, Willie, so that we could receive an inheritance. And the inheritance that the Most High wants to give us is our land back. Okay? Because it's going to take a superpower to bring down all the governments that conspired against us, who brainwashed us and mentally destroyed us to where we won't even accept who we are. We don't even want to hear the word of the Most High no more. The only thing we want to do is drink, get high, have sex, and get a damn job. That's the only thing we care about. That's destruction right there. But it's more to living in life than that. The reason is can you get this? Listen to this, man. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 4. Listen to how much to life it is. 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
The Bible says that we're a holy people, okay? That we are holy people unto the Lord our God. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
The Lord have chosen thee, meaning these 12 tribes of Israel, read,
to be a special people unto himself.
To be a special people. Unto who?
Himself.
Unto himself. Go ahead.
Above all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
You see that? The Lord chose us to be above all people that are upon the face